Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big news to go and cover, all in regards to the PlayStation Xbox Series X news. We actually have a brand new pretty big event going on, which is kind of surprising, because if you guys remember, we literally just had a prior different state of play, so we actually have a brand new event going on as of this week. We'll talk about that with the PlayStation blog and kind of talk about what we're expecting, what's going on with that. We also have some very intriguing GTA news as well, which is kind of surprising, where a lot of folks are actually getting pretty upset on the upcoming news that's coming out. And also, Elden Ring itself has actually been fully now beaten. I'm at this point, I'm like 50 hours into that game, and it's now been officially beaten in just 33 minutes. So, a lot of little various things to go and cover, and a little bit of a chill, laid-back day so far today. Ever since that Walmart restock happened, we're all kind of going through the groove. So we have a lot of little random various things to go and cover and talk about, so let's go and talk about it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, we have the Twitter links down below for the PlayStation 5 giveaway too. Twitch stream as well, Weeble and Coinbase down below. And of course, give me all your thoughts and comments on this one. I don't know if you guys are excited, upset, or hyped up for any of these good old things going on. Or as well, if you guys were part of the Walmart drop before, let me know if you guys did get lucky enough to go get your console. So first and foremost, I do want to go talk about the brand new now state of play. So as we mentioned, we actually had a little bit of a Japanese / KRPG, JRPG, Asian style state of play just only a few days ago, which is why I'm kind of surprised they didn't just maybe try to go and put this all together into one individual event. But as of right now, we do have an official announcement for this one, so let's go and talk about that. So right now from the PlayStation blog from earlier on today stating, live the unwritten in Thursday's Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. So, in case you guys are curious on what this is or what's going on, obviously, I hope a lot of you guys know about the Harry Potter, Hogwarts type style. There's been a game called the Hogwarts Legacy that's kind of been somewhat in the groove for a little while. People keep on expecting more updates, and this also kind of goes to a lot of the other Batman type style games, because there's also, I believe, another Batman game in the works for the same WE industry. So I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing any news on that one, but a lot of these leaks, a lot of rumors have been floating around for a while. So now we actually do have an official brand new state of play going on. I believe it was around 17 minutes. We'll talk about that more, but it's as of this week, Thursday, March 17th. This will be our date over there. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. CET. And in case you guys are curious in the game itself, we'll have pretty much a full deep dive. It's kind of the same thing where we had Horizon, where they had Horizon Forbidden West go do a deep dive, and we'll probably have a similar stuff for God of War when it does fully come on out. So basically, this is getting the very first in-depth look at the game itself, which I think is surprising because we've seen a few trailers and information, although we haven't seen any hardcore gameplay from it. And this is from Avalanche on March 17th. So let me go through the quick statement over here. I'll talk about some other stuff in a second too. So Avalanche Software and Warner Bros. Games are happy to partner with PlayStation to bring you a special edition of State of Play entirely dedicated to Hogwarts Legacy. The broadcast will begin this Thursday, March 17th, so we'll maybe even go co-stream it or maybe just put it up on my Twitch or play it maybe a few hours after the fact. Since we first revealed the Hogwarts Legacy, the trailer has been viewed over 28 million times, and this is why I'm kind of curious if you guys are going to be hyped up for this game. I myself, I'm a little bit intrigued. I think it might be a good game. I played some of the old school Harry Potter games back in the day, on GameCube nonetheless. So if it goes a little bit more on the hardcore, on the RPG side of making my character and progression, skill levels, and a little bit more, I would love to see it. This is why I'm a little bit excited to see the gameplay, because I'm not sure if it's more of in terms of story, if it's more in terms of RPG, if it's more in terms of just the standalone world, and we kind of go and dive into it. So I'm kind of hoping it's not that bad. So basically, they said they promised to go and share more this year, and they're finally ready to go deliver that promise. The show will run for only about 20 minutes, though, featuring over 14 minutes of Hogwarts Legacy gameplay captured on PS5, and concluding with some insight from a few members of the team at Avalanche Software who are bringing the wizarding world to life. So as you guys want to check it out on Twitch and YouTube, they'll have a chance to go promote out the game and go from there, and obviously they're saying that they're pretty hyped up. So this is actually, I would say, this is a pretty big event because the game is such a sought-after game, and we'll kind of see if this game's going to be worth buying or worth actually getting. So we'll kind of go from there. Now, part two of this stuff to kind of wind down in is we're actually seeing some really big Xbox, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S drama. So as you guys know, the brand new GTA for the next gen updates is actually coming out very, very soon. And as well, if you guys do have PS Plus, you guys do also get online access for it as of March 15th. So just extremely, extremely close. But the one big struggle is right now, a lot of folks are having issues with the enhanced version in terms of you can't actually do crossplay on it. Now, I'm in the middle because I'm usually someone who does like to enjoy like the futuristic of games, like the future of games in general. But as of right now, I kind of want to hear your thoughts on this down below. So basically, as you guys know, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox players are coming out here for the GTA Advance. Although the big question was, can PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S players play with last gen? And the answer to this question will no doubt help players decide whether or not to invest in the game too as well. And basically just means no. So basically the GTA 5 Enhanced and PS4 cross-play support. And as of now, and a lot of people are upset about this, I think almost somewhat rightfully so. Unfortunately, GTA 5 Enhanced PS5 players cannot join the same session as PS4 players. For GTA 5 and PS4 crossplay to work, the PS5 players will need to have the non-expanded and enhanced version installed. Obviously, this will mean downgrading performance, but the sacrifice might be worth it for those looking to play with friends. So basically, like, you can't go and utilize the full-on good graphics, you can't utilize the good crossplay support, and it's kind of on the lamer side. Now, at the end of the day, it's not probably the biggest deal. You know, at some point, we all kind of have to move towards, future gen. But, like, I think a lot of folks I especially saw up on Twitter were kind of upset with this too as well. It also doesn't have any crossplay supported between GTA 5 Enhanced, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One, which this means that Xbox Series X and S players using the enhanced version of the game won't be able to go play those with those on Xbox One. While this will disappoint those hoping to play and enjoy the new presentation overhaul while still playing with friends on last gen, it's thankfully still possible to download the last gen version on the Xbox Series X and S to continue to play on the last gen version. So, like you guys can probably go and tell, it kind of seems like if you have the better console, you can downgrade, but if you have the worst console, it's no kind of like built-in crossplay, which does kind of make me a little bit on the sadder side, to be honest. I would personally probably enjoy it a little bit more if I was able to go and, you could, like, I'm sure at this point, maybe it's just really old coding, because the game did technically come out on PS3, so maybe it's like weird to have like a crossover type thing. I'm not really sure. But just letting you guys all know, it's just I don't know, it kind of stinks. It's intriguing they're not letting you do it. Maybe at this point, they just want people to fully go get to next gen, which would make a little bit of sense for Rockstar. That means they can maybe go and slowly start phasing out the prior gens faster. They could also maybe try to get more sales, because then if your friends are all playing the newest and greatest and graphically updated version, maybe you yourself want to go do it. I mean, it also makes sense too with PS Plus also giving additional things. It does kind of stink, because I do think a lot of folks have bought in this game so many times, so they just want to keep on having like revitalized player bases and people playing the game. But at the end of the day, I guess like you do kind of have to move on. So I'm never against it, but I think there's been a lot of people tweeting about it, a lot of people upset about it, and of course you guys can kind of give me your thoughts down below. I know a lot of you guys are still kind of on that awkward, some folks are on PS5, some folks aren't, so I can kind of almost make it seem even more annoying, because you just want to be able to go play the game. I don't know. If it was more available on the shelves, I'd be more okay with it, but it does kind of stink, especially because I believe PC has no limitations, although that's obviously on computers, so you can kind of adjust your graphics a little bit on the easier side. But like I said, a lot of folks have been having issues with it. The crossplay is not fully there. It's kind of just somewhat halfway there. I don't know. It's kind of awkward. And then last but not least, to kind of wind down the video itself, some kind of cool news that going to show up for Elden Ring now being completed after over just half an hour. I gotta give some credit, because I'm at like 52 hours in. I mean, I'm kind of high level, and I probably could beat the game at this point, because I've just been kind of playing up on Twitch. But Jesus, someone actually beating this game under 29 minutes, you gotta give some credit. I do believe Distortion's also a YouTuber too as well, or Twitch streamer too as well. So it's kind of crazy to just go and see it, because folks are somehow just going through this game. It's been going crazy. I have literally no idea what to go and say to you guys. It is nuts. But it kind of seems like for these types of games, because I've done a little bit of speedrunning myself, it's kind of like if you guys have played Elden Ring, you essentially have like hidden chests. They could also send you out to other areas. There's certain like weapons, like say a bleed weapon, and you have that, and you basically have a chance to like attack a mob like 10 times, and it does extra damage. So even if you do really low baseline damage, if you're able to go hit it like 15 times, then it does that extra damage. And in theory, you only technically have to go kill like 4 or 5 bosses. And after you go and kind of go through that, it's not the worst. So, like, in theory, it's kind of easy. Like, the whole concept of it's easy, but the act of doing it is obviously pretty hard. So, you got to give some claps to that one. I'm going to be very curious to see on how fast Elden Ring can actually be beaten throughout these next few weeks as people keep on playing it, optimizing their routes, and going from there. But at least a little bit of a kind of a more laid-back, chill news day for it. If we get any more restock stuff, we'll let you guys know. But like I said, big Sony event going on at least, so at least we have something kind of cool on the news cycle. title. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below, and that Twitter giveaway down below. We have that Webull, and we have that Coinbase. And if you guys want to give any of your feedback on the stories all throughout today, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below.